And maybe we'll just mess up one day. And we will survive it. Probably, unless you contract a terrible virus from somebody else's dookie and then you die. And then people will say, well, at least she died doing what she loves.
But they won't say, at least she died doing what she loves.
That'll be a shame. So I'm sanitizing our water tank, and I was doing the first dump at the dump station. And I, being a kind soul, the lid to the actual dump drain had been left open, and it rained earlier, so it was filled with water. So I was like, I will be a kind and good citizen, and I will put it back after I'm done. That was a mistake because it was full of dookie.
Oh my god.
Then I was trying to put my gloves away. It has a little mesh bag that it goes in, and I could have put it in the bag with the drain elbow, but I was like, no, I'm gonna put it away in its proper spot. And that was a mistake because then I got a little bit of it on my hands. So that's my lesson for the day. I try to be as open-minded as possible, accepting of everything. Not everything, not serial killers. But I do not accept people who don't use, what are they called? The thing that goes from there to the drain. Hose. I do not approve of people who don't use drain hoses, even for their little cassette tanks or anything like that. They just let it fly. I disapprove of you, if that's you.
So, we've come a long way to get here.
Metaphorically.
Well, interestingly, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Because this is our first trip this year, really.
Minus the one end day of our 10-day holiday trip.
Right.
Yeah.
And we really...
And why is that?
Cat stuff.
Cat stuff.
Cat stuff.
Our cat had a persistent UTI, and we were supposed to not stress her out. So we didn't do winter camping.
Yep. But we really want to get back out, and
Her UTI is cleared, and
here we are.
yeah, we're not that far from our house. This is the campus. This is the campground we came to learn our van. That's what we did, I think, 5 or 6 times last summer before we tried to go anywhere else.
Yep.
Anyway, so do we want to say where?
I kind of do, because here's the thing. I think there's an interesting story to tell here about when you don't have a long trip to do, or you don't have like the amazing trip to the week. You don't have the amazing trip to the beach or the mountains, but you want to still get out there. Like, there's places that are just, we're like, what, 10, 15 minutes from our house drive, and have a nice little weekend, have a fire, cook out, go for a bike ride. Maybe when it's warmer, we'll take our kayaks out.
Maybe.
Like, I think there's a lot to be said for, like, kind of practice weekends, but also just relaxing, fun weekend at the campsite.
Yeah.
It's in the flight path of the airplanes, but so is our house. So
now
it feels
you can,
like
you need one more point, and then you can triangulate our house.
yeah, it feels like home.
Airport, this campground, which we still haven't named, and
okay, so we're
one more point, you can triangulate our house.
I found it!
We're at Sasquatch Lake Reserve.
I think you're only saying that because we saw a van with a Sasquatch on it in the mountains, and I love it. Anyway, we went for a bike ride today.
All right, we went for a bike ride, which we didn't record any of.
No, totally forgot. I don't know how people remember to film when they're
Having fun.
doing camping, because you're trying to do all the camping stuff, and then
Yeah. Maybe we should record ourselves putting the bikes back on the van.
That's
and
not exciting.
That way we have bike content. I bought the medium format camera and I took it down to the lake on the bike, and I put the film in wrong and we're going to whole roll of film. So that was a little bummer.
Yeah.
So no photos are going to come from that camera this weekend.
Not this time.
But we did some photography. You got some macro shots that can go here, here, here.
Did, because some of the macro shots I've been doing recently have a very
Shallow
depth of field, as a Redditor with an attitude pointed out to me.
Actually, this is not how space works.
And I don't mind actually having a shallow depth of field on a picture of a show. But it got to me a little bit. I have an attachment that goes onto my zoom lens, which means I don't have to carry two lenses. So I practiced that today. I found tiny purple flowers, and there was a rocky shore along the lake with shells.
Redditors with attitude. Is that just Redditor? Is that kind of... Here's my question to you. And to you. Is Redditors with attitude redundant? Well, we had foil baked fire food.
Foil grilled.
Foil grilled. Yeah, so basically put a bunch of stuff in foil, roll it up into a ball, put it on the fire,
Turn it and rotate it a bunch of times.
and then consume it.
Yep. Well, we put in tofu chunks.
Tofu
cubes.
Tofu cubes that I
Chunks sounds bad.
that I marinated in kind of like a sweet and smoky
Yeah.
situation. Potatoes, mixed vegetables, onions, green peppers. My maybe world famous. She thinks it's world famous.
I don't think
Chili-
it's famous yet. I just think it's
Chili powder mix.
high quality.
Okay. Put that in there, some cheese, and let it bake.
Delish.
I think I could have let it go longer.
Yeah.
I think the people I've seen make it before say 30 minutes, but this fire was...
We didn't put as many. So what happened was we didn't have a fire starter. There was rain last night. We didn't really get the fire going so well. So then he put out some charcoals, not as many charcoals as we would use normally for a foil meal. And then suddenly we had a campfire.
The fire took...
It's us. This is us. Show we have never watched. Oh, your hands are warm. Mine are not. Oh, it's like I have gloves over here.
Oh,
Does anybody need an ice pack? Do you need me? Your knee was...
my knee was swollen. That would solve
Yeah.
it.
I get cold so easily, but I also get hot so easily.
We didn't turn our heat on last night,
We're gonna tonight.
and it got down to... We woke up at about 60 degrees,
Yeah.
but I think it only got down to 45 overnight. So we'll definitely... do it
Yeah.
tonight.
Well, it started warm, and then we had a front come through, and
Yeah.
it's not so bad when you're under. We have a sheet of like a microfiber type blanket, and then a wool blanket that's so warm, and that's pretty cozy. But then you have to get out of there.
Well, also Ginger might be on it, and she might not let you out of it. So
It's true.
you might be just stuck under the warm blanket.
You might.
That's
be
an
stuck.
excuse that we use.
But at some point,
Here's
Nature
a
calls.
quick reenactment. Oh, Ginger is laying on me. Can you get me my water?
people can't even see what was happening.
It's about the spirit of the performance. They can see the performance flow through the camera lens.
Their imagination fills in the rest.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Because this is a campground where you check in at 4, you can check out at 3, which is awesome. You can really make a great, third day of it. But it's gonna be so chilly. It's just not gonna be fun. So we're gonna go home.
But first, I'm gonna make pancakes.
Pancakes. I realized the other day, we didn't camp through the winter. Did I get pancakes at home? I mean, I didn't make some for myself, so I have myself to blame. But he does most of the cooking. and we didn't have pancakes.
Most of the cooking?
He does all of the cooking. I mean, technically, I cook when we make raclette.
That's true. And when you microwave your lunches.
I microwave my lunch.
So, yeah, okay, I'll take most of the
And
cooking.
let's be clear, he is good at cooking, and I am not. So this is...
I don't know.